Hi everyone, me again from sunny Smyrna on a beautiful Monday afternoon. This is vlog 2 of the day, and I thought I would tell you about my most recent experience. My granddaughter got married, was it weekend before last? Yeah, I think it was weekend before last. She got married, and no, it would be this past weekend. That's right. Not there. You know what I'm talking about. 2 weekends ago. Because this is Monday, I'm shooting this, I think, or Tuesday or something. Who knows? I'm retired. I can't keep track of these days. Anyway, let me tell you what happened. She's getting married on a Sunday afternoon at Myrtle Beach, so that's a 6-hour drive for us. So I'm getting everything prepared. We're getting all our stuff packed, our good clothes for the wedding. Susan's already made arrangements for where we're going to stay, and I'm going around the house trying to see about things, what I need to do, what I need to take. And I thought about something I want to take with us, and I thought it was down in the sub-basement. And we have a living room, goes down to a bedroom, bathroom, office, and then one more level down is what we call the basement, and that is concrete floor. It's sort of like it's a big unfinished room with sofas in it, a big screen TV, tables to sort laundry, and a little laundry room off the side of that. Well, if you go down one more floor, it's what they call the shop, and the shop is the sub basement. It has a door to the outside off the back of the house, and it's right on ground level. Well, I went down to there to check, and there's water and crap flowing out under the door. And I said, oh man, I know what this is. So I went in there, and of course the sewer was stopped up. Now this is the day before we're supposed to leave, and the sewer stopped up. And whoever designed this house, and I'm not going to say too much bad about it, but I haven't got anything good to say. They put a drain in the middle of put a drain in the floor right next to the sewer pipe, connected it with a Y, it looks like, and about a 2.5 foot, 3 foot section of pipe. Now somehow, according to the plumber that I had to get out there, it seems like the pipe going out of the house is shifted, or something's happened, but for some reason the sewer is backflowing from the sewer line back to that drain and bubbles up out of the floor with, you can imagine, all kinds of nastiness and filth. And it sure was. It was nastiness and filth all over the place. And while I'm down there, I'm just watching it just bubble out. Just imagine an open sewer in your basement. Of course, it had, gotten crap all over everything down there. Fortunately, the lay of the basement is that it flows outwards. It flows down, oddly enough, flows down from the drain area out the door. So anything that does come out does run pretty much straight toward the door, and not too much stuff got ruined down there. And we don't really keep anything in there because this happened years ago. And we had Roto-Rooter come out. It turned out to be roots that were blocking the drain. So I run up to, too late to get a plumber for the day without paying a 24-hour one for thousands of dollars. I ran up to the hardware store and bought a 50-foot plumbing snake, went back down there and went to work. And after about an hour and a half of working on it constantly, I was able to get it flowing again. I got it cleared out. And a whole bunch of stuff came out that pipe down to the clean out. And everything seemed to be pretty good. I cleaned up as best I could, washed it down, shoveled, swept, everything. And everything seemed to be all right. And we went off on our 2-day trip. And we came back, got back on a Monday. First thing I did was, after I got the car unpacked, I went downstairs. And I could see that there was a little bit of water on the floor. And while I was standing there, someone upstairs flushed the toilet, and you guessed it, stuff comes bubbling out that drain again. And so I went upstairs and told Susan to call the plumber, and I went back to work with my snake. And I worked on it and worked on it and worked on it, couldn't get it to do anything. So we shut down all the water in the house, made sure nobody flushed anything. And a nice young man Justin came from the Pink Plumbers. Real nice young man, and we had an interesting afternoon. He spent about an hour and a half there with his big old heavy-duty drain snake, and I actually came up with one that he couldn't figure out. He was absolutely mystified. We snaked it from every possible direction. The only thing we didn't do was pull a toilet up from upstairs and run a snake down through the toilet. And but finally worked, and it got it to where it looked like it was okay, and got it to where we thought it would be fine, and then he left. Well, while he was there, we were discussing it. We said, why is that floor drain there? And the only thing we can figure is there's a drain off of the hot water heater, a drain off of the furnace, and one that we didn't know where it went. It turned out it wasn't hooked up to anything. And so that's the only reason. Well, this time of year we don't have the air conditioning on, so there's no water coming out of the furnace area. The only water is maybe a shot glass full of water comes past the relief valve on the hot water heater. It's a gas hot water heater. And I think it's gas. Yeah. And so we came up with the idea. I asked him, said, why can't I plug that floor drain? Is there any reason I can't plug that? And he said, I can't think of one. I don't know why it's going into the sewer anyway. And I said, okay. So hunted and hunted all over. Lowe's didn't have them. Home Depot didn't have them. It's called a test plug, I think they call it. And it's meant to plug a pipe so you can fill up with water and see if it leaks and stuff like that. Well, mine measures 5 inches. The biggest they have is 4 inch. They go 2, 3, and 4 inch. So I had to go online and order one. And it came, fortunately, the next day. And I went down and screwed that bad boy into the floor, and I have not had an issue since. In fact, looking at the clean out in the house, the pipe is really not even hardly wet most of the time. And more, before it had about 2 to 3 inches of water standing in the 4 inch pipe. And I don't know what was going on. I haven't figured it out. Justin cleaned it out slick as a whistle, and something, we just don't know. But right now I've been checking on it. I've had to come up with a different way to plumb into the sewer with the water drains, and I'm working on that. I've got a slight leak on one of them I got to redo, and but other than that, I think I finally got it fixed. Now with that plug in there, it is impossible for that basement to flood with crap from the sewer again, so hopefully I have fixed that. So that was my adventure, my great plumbing adventure, and I'll let it go at that. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.